Hello students, today we are going to start our first lesson of civics, that is rural local self-government. So rural, what does the word rural means? Rural means a village, okay? There are urban areas and rural areas. So rural areas are the, you can say the village areas, and urban areas are the city. Okay, so rural local self government, like that kind of government which is there in the villages, and this kind of government is elected by the people of villages itself. So local self government, the first topic that we are going to discuss is local self government. This local self-government means those kind of government which are elected by the people who are living in a locality or in a village or in a town or in a city, wherever they are living. They elect their own government, that is called local self-government, and that government looks after all, you can say, facilities of the people living in those areas, and especially the public utilities like providing drinking water, providing electricity, establishing schools, hospitals, and constructing roads, all these things. So local self-government is there. Like India is a very vast country. India is such a big country, and it has it's so difficult to manage it, to govern it from the center only. That's why you can say the Indian government has a two-tier system. One is like in the government at the center, and other is the local self-government. Now, what are the advantages of local self-government? Why we have the local self-government? Because if we are living in a locality, so we know our problem better than anyone. Those people who are living in a locality, they know the problem of their local people very well. No one can other know what kind of problems they are facing. That's why it's better to have a local self-government. Similarly, like where the roads should be constructed, where the schools and hospitals should be established, all these can be decided by the local people in a better way than the central government. And then people, they know, like when they participate in the selection or the election of the local self-government, then they try to solve their own problem themselves, and they become self-reliant. Then people start improving their locality with the cooperation, because electing or selecting a government is a work of cooperation only. People all together, they vote for a particular person who gets more vote, or the most votes is elected by those people. So it's a work of cooperation, it's not done single-handedly. Then local government lightens the burden of the central and the state government. So as we have the three-tier system, center and the top, then state government, and then the local self-government. So because local self-governments are there to look for their localities, problem of their localities, so the center and the you can say lot of burden, lot of work of you can say the central government, the local and the state government is you can say done by these local self-government. So it lightens their burden. Now they have lesser duties, like you can say a lot of burden, a lot of work is of center and state government is done by these local self-government. Then those people who are elected in the local self-government, they gain experience, and they can contest election later on for the state as well as for the central government. So mainly the thing is that local self-government is elected because the local people know their problem best or better than anyone else. That's why they try to elect or select their own government. When we look for the rural local self-government, we have two types of local self-government, at the rural level and at the urban level. So in this chapter we will discuss about rural local self-government. So in the rural under the rural local self-government, we have the Panchayati Raj. Panchayati Raj. What does the word panchayat means? Panch means 5. So you can say it's panchayat is a very ancient body. From the very ancient time, from the very olden time, there used to be a committee, there used to be a group of 5 people who used to look after the problems of the villagers, who used to solve the problem of the villagers, who used to, you can say, provide justice to the people of the villages. So that Panchayati Raj system has been carried forward till now also. They look after, they settle the disputes, they take decision about the villages and all. So Panchayati Raj system is a very old system, it's not a new one. And now, nowadays, in the present, local self-government bodies, they work at 3 levels. In the rural areas also, they work at 3 levels. One is panchayats at the village level, block samiti at the block level, and district council or zilla parishad at the district level. So we have 3 tiers of rural local self-government also. Now when we talk about the village panchayat or gram panchayat, okay, village panchayat or gram panchayat. So because India, every village in India has a lot of population, you can say around having a population of 1000 or more, they all have a panchayat. But sometimes what happens, if there are smaller villages, then 2 villages are joined together to form a panchayat. Now a village panchayat has 3 wings or 3 parts. That is, number 1 the Gram Sabha, second is Gram Panchayat, and third is Nyay Panchayat. So village panchayat works with the help of these 3 bodies: Gram Panchayat and Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, and Nyay Panchayat. Now when we talk about Gram Sabha, then this is the main body of the panchayat. And who all are the member of Gram Sabha? All the people who are living in the village, who are above the age of 18, they all are members of Gram Sabha. Okay, it's not that only few people are there, but all the adults, that means all the people who are living in a village and who are above the age of 18, they all are member of Gram Sabha. Then what these people do is that they elect the member and the head of the Gram Panchayat. Elections are held, and then these people, these adults, those who are above age of 18, they elect one of the head of Gram Panchayat. Then meetings of Gram Panchayat are held at least twice a year. It can be held many times, but at least twice a year's meeting should be held. And what are the main functions? The main functions are to pass the annual budget. Budget means for which work, how much money will be spent, how much money Gram Sabha will get, and how much money they will spend for different works. That is the budget. So pass the annual budget, discuss the problem of the villages, and remove inefficient members of the Gram Panchayat. These are the main functions of Gram Sabha. And remember, all the people who are living in a village who are above the age of 18, they all are the members of Gram Sabha. Then comes Gram Panchayat. Then members of the Gram Panchayat, they are elected by Gram Sabha only. Okay, these all are the member of Gram Sabha. Then the head, or they elect some representative, and all these representatives, they become some member of Gram Panchayat. Okay, so when the elections are held for Gram Panchayat, then 1/3 seats are reserved for women. Some seats are reserved for scheduled caste people, some seats are reserved for scheduled tribe people also. So 1/3 fixed seats are there for women, and then some seats are reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people. Now what does Gram Panchayat do is that it organizes all the work of the panchayat, how the work should be done, how the budget should be passed, and how the problem should be solved, how the construction of different roads should be done. That is the main function of Gram Panchayat. Then another body is Nyay Panchayat. As the name suggests, Nyay means justice. So this wing or this branch of Gram Panchayat is for providing justice to the people, to settle their minor disputes and to provide them justice. That is the main function. Then there is one Nyay Panchayat for a number of village panchayat. As we have Gram Sabha for each and every village, most of the time we have Gram Sabha for each and every village, but Nyay Panchayat is not there for each and every village. Many villages together, they have one Nyay Panchayat. And what's the main function? Nyay Panchayat decide minor cases it can impose fine, but it cannot send a person to the jail. If a person has done any kind of crime or any you can say anything wrong, then the Nyaya Panchayat has got the right to impose a fine on them, but Nyaya Panchayat cannot send them to the jail. So only minor disputes are solved by Nyaya Panchayat. Now let me stop here, and in the next video I'll explain you about the organization of Panchayat.